I'm going to talk to you about how we have so many product references. We call them SKUs. That stands for stock keeping units. They're everywhere. And when you know that we have hundreds of brands and each one has dozens of variants and pack sizes, well, there are just too many of them to be managed properly. And on average, we have around 1,700 in each country.
So I'm assuming you probably have, what, maybe double, treble that in all of Europe? Say 4,000 or 5,000 in total?
Actually, we have around 29,000 across Europe. And only 2% of them are being sold in more than 4 countries. Of course, we need to make sure we have the right products for our consumers. But we need to sell more of the same products in more countries and so reduce the total number in Europe. And we need to do this on an ongoing basis because every year we're adding new ones. So even though an average Unilever country has maybe only 1,700 SKUs, there are many hundreds of thousands when you take the whole world into account.
Don't your sales follow the 80-20 rule?
Of course they do. But we also have a very long tail, and each one of these SKUs is important for someone, somewhere. We have tried to cut the number down, and a lot of work went into the exercise, but, you know, it's tough to get rid of an SKU, because for those involved, it's a revenue stream. It's also really hard to agree which products we should sell in more than one country. It's a beast of a problem, but one we need to tackle.
What else do you want to tell me?
The next tricky area is the large number of information reports we have in circulation. I think we each receive enough to wallpaper our office from floor to ceiling every week. In Europe, every department seems to produce their own report. Now, this would be fine if they were harmonized and comparable, but they're not, and it's even harder when you add in all those produced in all the countries and brand categories. But just as you can't compare apples and oranges, we can't compare countries and regions because the timings and period are different, the market perimeters are different, and from one to the other, they actually look different. So much time is spent, wasted actually, looking for and comparing the data and data sources that we often miss the point. It seems sometimes that the tail is wagging the dog. We spend too much time getting the reports right, rather than using them to make smart and fast decisions.
Isn't that the third issue you wanted to raise?
Yes. Well, because we have a matrix organization at Unilever, there are many people involved in making a decision. We call them touch points. We've got the global organization, the European organization, the global categories, the supply chain, HR, finance. Many people are involved. And the more important the decision, the more touch points you have. Basically, for many decisions, you have at least 5 departments involved, and that doesn't even include all the different levels within any one of these organizations, like brand managers, brand directors, VPs in charge, country managers, etc. There's probably 4 or 5 levels in the organization on top of all the different business areas involved.
So tell me, do you like this company?
Of course, I love this company. Its culture, its people, its brands. But it's true, we do add a lot of complexity, as we believe new additional activities are business enablers. We keep feeding the beast, but it's preventing us from unleashing our growth potential. We've got to simplify, and that's up to us. It needs a mindset change.